Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.
Yo, welcome back, man. Hey, listen, last week, y'all showed up and showed out for your boy, and I appreciate it, man. Y'all got those comments, y'all got those likes. I was receiving text messages, phone calls that was unexpected from people, just letting me know how much that episode helped them. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was just an episode that was really gonna help me. My goal was to help other people, but I didn't realize I was gonna help that many people with that episode like I did. So, hey, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the love as usual. That's not gonna stop. But man, I'm glad I got that out though. I'm glad I got that out. I needed to. There were some things that I needed to release that I was holding on to myself, and it helped. One of my homies pointed out, like, hey man, I think podcasting is like your form of therapy. It is, and I will use it to my discretion to do such. So thank you everybody that liked my last episode. I appreciate y'all very much, man. I'm glad they had a great turnout. This is honestly, since I started season 2 of Talks with Todd, that was the most like traction I got in a minute on one of my episodes. So I appreciate it for real. Thank you. But we're gonna get into today's topic, man. Today's topic is something different. I always pretty much switch things up. There's normally not no part 1 or part 2 to my episodes or whatever. But I might even do a part 2 to something else. I don't know. But for this one is something special because this is something that I had to learn how to do myself. Just shutting the fuck up and healing. It took a long time for me to get to that point to just shut up and heal. And I want y'all to know that when you are going through these stages of healing, you're gonna make mistakes if you don't know no better. And I made a lot of mistakes. And I'm gonna share those mistakes with y'all today because I've grown since then, and I've learned what I'm about to tell y'all today. I've actually implicated into my life and practice it, like on a daily basis or just whenever I'm going through something. So stop venting to everybody when you guys are going through it. When you're going through it, you can't talk to everybody. Everybody is not going to get it. That's one. Everybody's not going to be a great listening ear. That's 2. And 3, you can't trust a lot of people. You really can't. So you don't know who's going to run back and tell your business to the next person, and then somebody else that you not even rocking with gonna know your business. You know how frustrating that is? Somebody you don't know, you never even heard of these people knowing your business, but when you meet them, they like, oh, this who you talking about that was going through blah 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 blah. That's not cool. But this is what I've learned. It's your fault that these people know this shit about you because you ran your mouth. Shut the fuck up and heal. Stop running your mouth. You can't talk to everybody. You know who you can talk to? 3. Just 3 things. Yourself, counselor, God. And actually, I'll put God first. So let's say this. God first, counselor second, you third. Or you could swap with the counselor and yourself. No lie. Those are the only ones you need to be talking to when you're going through it. I can't stress that no further. Because listen, when you talk to God, for those of you that, actually believe in God, when you talk to him, you can gain more clarity. It's almost like, I can't even say about anybody else, but for me, when I pray one time. And I had to practice on doing that. I pray one time about one incident and I let it go, or multiple incidents, and I'll let it go. That's how I am now. It took me a long time to get to that point. Okay? So that's how I am with that. Now, if that's not working, I go to counseling, right? Now, counseling, that's really been couples counseling, right? But sometimes there's a session or two where it comes from it being about my wife and I to just being about me and about whatever else I'm going through to help me with my wife. But sometimes that gives me clarity with my own individuality, right? Cool. Then there's my talks that I have with myself. those talks that I have with myself, if you listen, you know the saying, if you can't keep it real with yourself, you ain't gonna be able to keep it real with nobody. So I've had times where I've either looked in the mirror or just been straight up talking to myself like, hey, my guy, you on some bullshit. This ain't right. You know you need to do this. You know you need to stay focused on that. Those talks be some of the realest talks I've ever had. They be with myself. So, again, if you can't have those uncomfortable conversations with yourself, you can't look yourself in the mirror and point out what you know is wrong, I don't know what to tell you. You might be a lost cause, or you might need a little more work. You might need a little more pushing. But it's only so much pushing somebody else can give you. You got to want to make these changes within yourself. So you got to do it. When you get to that point, though, it's going to help out a lot. So those are the three things that help me out the most, especially when I'm going through something. Whether I'm going through something with my wife, my kid's mother, my kids, my own mother. Sometimes those are the three best things I can do. And last but definitely not least, I might be able to go to my wife with certain things. I know that my wife is only capable of doing certain things or being able to help out with certain things. She's great at being a listening ear, but sometimes she don't have the answers that I'm gonna need. But she can throw out something that I can cling on to and be like, you know what? I'm gonna take this and run with this, or I'm gonna take a little bit of what you said and run with it. So she helps out as well. But I don't go to her for everything because I know that I can't. So, you know, when you get married, when you're married long enough, you understand that. And, you know, to some extent, my wife understands that. She don't like it, but to some extent, she does understand it. So, also, venting to the internet. I see it a lot. I see it way too many times, and I've also been there, okay? I understand how easy it is to pick up my phone and type something out or even make a video about it, you know? But see, when I make videos now, I don't just make them about me. I'll just make it a general thing. Even if I'm going through some shit, that's how I do it. I don't just make it all about me. You feel me? I just make it a general thing. But at one point, phone to my face and everything, going off about whatever I'm going through. I'm doing everything but crying. I'm yelling, I'm cussing, I'm just belligerent. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going stupid, making an ass out of myself. Now that I'm grown and, you know, more mentally mature and emotionally mature, because that's important, you know, I just don't do all of that no more, especially when it comes down to just making a post. When you do that, you're leaving yourself open to be a target. I know sometimes people just want to get whatever it is that they're going through out. I totally get that. I understand how that is. But you got to be careful, because just as much as you're doing that just to get some shit out, it may come off to one person as if you seeking attention. It may come off to another person as if, oh, you just being a bitch on the internet. Really? That, like, especially us as men, when we do that, it is not a good look, guys. It's not. And I've heard women clown other men about it. I've seen other men do it my age, probably older, and it's just been like, oh God, he one of them. He should know better. But who am I to judge? Because I've been there. All I can do is help out or shut up. That's it, you know. And have been that person where I have helped out or shut up. When I see women do it, I kind of give them a pass, because they're a little, I don't know how else to say it. They're a little slower when it comes down to having emotional intelligence. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all are. So some of y'all just need that guidance. You know, y'all might get a pass on whatever it is y'all going through sometimes. Not all the time, because some of y'all use the internet as a diary. I'm not gonna lie, I see it too much, and it looks bad. But as women, y'all are, unfortunately, some of you are a little slower when it comes down to your emotional intelligence than we are. But as men, I hone in on that, and I just be like, yo, you gotta chill. You know, especially if it's one of my guys going through it. Oh man, I have to hit them up personally. hey, bro, what's going on? Like, you got to chill on the internet, bro, because you looking bad out here. Look, whether you know it or not, I don't care how many people in your comments. I don't care how many heart emojis you get or Karen emojis you get. You're making yourself a target, and it's not looking good, bro. You are a grown man. Get your shit together and get your mind right, my guy. And you have to have those talks. So, you have to have those talks when it comes down to people you care about. I'll say that. So when it comes down to things like that, you have to be very careful. Everything is not meant for the internet. And plus, it's people out here that get paid to stalk your page before they decide they're going to give you a job offer. Or even if you got a job on the table, the first thing that somebody gets paid to do is look at your socials. Hence why it's a lot of people without social media. I know a few people that if they do have it, they stay off it, and then they don't have it, they don't intend on keeping it. And if they do have it, it's an incognito page. Like they make finsters just to see whatever they want to see, and then they go ghost. They don't post a damn thing for nobody to link back to them. You feel me? So be careful on the internet. You got to really be careful on the internet. Another thing I want to speak to y'all about is also just bringing other people down. Okay? Misery loves company. And some of us don't even know that we are bringing other people down because we're down. I've had bad energy transfer over to me, and I brought it in my house before, listening to somebody else's bullshit. And, just listening to them vent about whatever it is they're going through with their wife or with their husband. And I brought that shit in the house before with my wife. And at first I'm like, yo, how did we end up getting into it? So I realized, oh shit, I got to talking to my wife about what somebody else just got done talking to me about and trying to come up with some type of solution. And we end up into it because we not seeing eye to eye on both ends of somebody else's shit. You get what I'm saying? It don't happen to everybody. And for the people that it's never happened with, hey, more power to y'all. It's happened to me. And it's happened to my wife before. However, once we realized what that problem was, which we caught on too quick, we not letting that happen no more. We not letting nobody else's bullshit enter our fucking home. We could talk about it all day, but what we not gonna do is let it leak over into us. That bad energy does transfer. Energy, one thing energy never does, it never lies, and it never sits still. I'm telling y'all, be careful when it comes down to bringing other people with you. It can easily happen. Whether you having marital issues, job issues, whatever, don't bring nobody else down with whatever it is that you're going through. You have to be very, very careful with that. I've had people do it before. When I noticed before one of my homies was doing it with me, I had to stop talking to him for a minute. Wasn't no beef. It wasn't nothing bad. It just, okay, every time I talk to this fool, he talking about the same stuff, same issues that he been having for the longest. I gotta chill. Same thing with one of my homegirls. Every time I talk to one of my homegirls, she got the same old bad, down, drowned out bullshit going on. And it's like, yo, do you ever have a happy moment in your life? What are y'all going through that's that bad that y'all can't fix it or figure out some way to fix it? It's just, woe is me. I've had to fall back for people I love, y'all. People I love because they was that energy. I felt that energy and I didn't want it to cling on to me. So be careful. Be very careful. Anybody feel some type of way about it? Hey, you got to just let them know off rip. This ain't it. I understand what you're going through, but my brother, my sister, whatever, I'm going to have to fall back until you get right. Holla at me when you get right because there's only so much I can do to help you. I'm human and I'm going through shit too. There's only so much I can do. Okay? And last but not least, stay to yourself and stop being afraid to be by yourself. Okay? If you need whether you're in a relationship or not, when you need a moment to yourself, express that shit to your significant other. Let them know you're going through something and you need a moment. Communicate. That's all you got to do. Some people might not take it well. Some people might. You'll never know until you say something. Don't just be lashing out at everybody and making everybody else suffer in your household. Kids, your wife, whatever, brother, sister. Let them know that you're going through something. You need a moment to yourself. Go somewhere. Listen, when I'm going through some shit, I'll do whatever. Work out, right? I'll go on a bike ride to myself. Like, I've done it. I done rode around and damn near got lost one day riding a bike because I was going through it. But I bullshit y'all not, man. That bike ride cleared my head. I felt good. Tired as hell, but I felt good after that bike ride. No lie. Water. I love water. I done took my ass by some water before and just sat there. Sat or stood there. Journal. Man, since I done got into journaling, I bullshit y'all not. That will give you a peace of mind once you get it out on that paper. You ain't even got to go back. Well, for me, I speak on my behalf. I don't have to go back and read nothing that I wrote down. I got to get it out. You know what I'm saying? That's helped a lot. You got to do whatever it takes to get that bad feeling off of you, that bad energy. Do whatever it takes. Move it however you need to move it. Shift it. You have to shift it because guess what? Believe it or not, somebody needs you. You need to be a helping hand to somebody else, whether it's your kids, somebody else in your family, a close friend, or your significant other. Get that shit up off you the best way you possibly can. Whatever you got to do to find your place of peace, make sure you do it so you can get right and be focused. Whether it's you being focused for yourself or you being focused for the people that need you. Because somebody always needs you. I don't care how low your income is. I don't care what you're going through. Somebody needs you. So, that's it, y'all. Catch me next week. I'm going to holler at y'all. I might go live next week. I don't know. But whether y'all get an inbox or not, y'all know what's going on. Catch me next week, man. Love y'all. Out of here. Indeed.